Hello, Dolphin fans, and welcome to another episode of Must Be Marisa post-game breakdown, coming to you after the Miami Dolphins lose their season home opener against the Patriots 33-27. Miami Dolphins have came into this game with a record of winning 8 out of the last 9 games versus the Patriots. Tua having the Patriots number, and it is no longer that way. This game had a lot of moments, a lot of up and downs, but it came down to quite a few things at the end. The first one was the very slow start of this Miami Dolphins offense. Eventually, they did gel and they did start to look like the old Miami Dolphins. But in the beginning and in the end of the game, it all went horribly wrong for this team. Tua not looking comfortable in the pocket, Tua making errant throws, Tua getting sacked. Now, we do have the O-line to talk about. I mean, there was one play in the fourth quarter where Larry Borum just absolutely allowed the defender to run right through to Tua and was basically like, here you go. Here's an open lane. Here's my quarterback. The Dolphins defense, I mean, they've allowed scores on every possession against the Colts in week 1 and then continued by allowing the Patriots to score on their first 3 drives of this game. It was finally broken, this whole trend, in the final 31 seconds of the first half when the Patriots took a knee. But other than that, I mean, this defense has just not been able to show up big time when it matters. We also have the offensive line struggles. We know that Austin Jackson was out of the game. James Daniels was out of the game. We were working with Keon Smith, Larry Borum, Aaron Brewer, multiple penalties in this game. This O-line weakness really helped seal the deal for the victory for the Patriots, especially in that last drive where the Dolphins had a little over 1 minute to go down the field. Not only that, but you had clock mismanagement issues by Mike McDaniel. And I was starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with McDaniel probably midway through this game. He was making smarter play choices. He chose to get the points as opposed to trying to convert a fourth down. And so I was like, okay, maybe we're getting some traction here. But that's the Dolphin way, right? They give us a little bit of hope to ultimately be let down. The secondary was exposed again, super thin, Storm Duck, Cater Kohu, obviously huge missing pieces to this secondary. The Patriots passing game was led by Drake May, who found success in a long completion to Ramondre Stevenson, where he got behind linebacker Jordan Brooks. A ton of missed tackles too, most notably on an early 21-yard run by Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson as well, where Tyrell Dodson and Minkah Fitzpatrick both failed to bring him down. So, I mean, this game is just Dolphins, typical Dolphins football. And I know this is like should be against who I am as a Dolphin fan with the last name Marino, but I was hoping somewhat that they were going to lose this game because I truly do think that this is not an overreaction, that this team needs to be torn apart from the inside out. It needs to be plucked. The layers need to go, and we need to get to the core of this and just completely start over. We have a 4-day turnaround to get to the Bills. I am sick thinking about what the Bills are going to do to this Dolphins team. What is Josh Allen going to cook up against this Miami Dolphins secondary? If you were faint of heart, I would not recommend watching the game on Thursday night. This is going to be difficult. I think that McDaniel makes it through to the Bills game because it's such a quick turnaround. After that, I don't know what happens with this team. You've got a 12 days after that to turn around to the Jets. So you have more time because they're not playing again until Monday Night Football. Who, if they let him go, would that interim head coach be? Because we had been talking about maybe that's Coach Anthony Weaver. But from what we've seen from that defense, I don't know that that's the man we can rely on. Now, granted, is he working with not the best set of tools in his toolkit? Absolutely. But he also has a front seven with names like Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb. I mean, George, I mean, like this team does have names, but it is not like the scheme, like it's just not working. It's not jiving. It's not gelling. I think today against the Patriots is probably the best showing we're going to see from this Miami Dolphins team. When we get to play some of these more difficult opponents, I just feel like it's just going to be hell in a handbasket for this team. I'm sorry I can't bring the positivity today, but we are 0-2. 0-2 on the season. I have a feeling this is going to be a season like when the Dolphins went and won one game.